Right, hi guys, just to let you know, on the 15th of October I had my little baby Savannah. Savannah is now just coming up 3 weeks old, but we've had so many complications. Firstly, I went into hospital on the 15th of October, and that was just for my normal antenatal 40-week appointment. To be honest with you, I thought they were going to do a stretch and sweep, but because she wasn't engaged, they couldn't do it. So they did ask if I've had reduced movements, as they always do, and I was having reduced movements. So I was told to move, go from my little maternity hub over to the main hospital. So I rushed over to there as they were expecting me. They put me all on the monitors and everything like that. And after they monitored me, they'd done a couple of checks. They just wanted to know if my waters had gone, because I did have a really bad cough before, and I'll update you on that again as well, because I had COVID when I was pregnant at approximately 38 weeks, so I've actually been through absolutely everything, which was horrendous. I had such a bad cough, all I wanted to do was sleep. The pains were unbearable where I was coughing, so it was worrying me about the little baby as well, but I got through it and I was absolutely fine. But anyway, going back to, I got rushed over to I had to go over to the hospital on when I was literally 40 weeks that Friday, and they put the monitors around me and everything like that, and they said, right, okay, we would like to induce you. I was like, oh my god, I haven't got my bags, I haven't got nothing ready, I'm just going for my antenatal appointment. I phoned my partner up because we're about 40 minutes away from the hospital. I said, oh, can you bring my bag over? They're going to induce me. So I just wanted to run through what happens when they actually induce you. So first of all, they'll put the monitors around you. They want to check 30 minutes before they actually insert the propess into you. And then they put that right behind, they have to, I know it sounds awful, they put it up right behind your cervix, and I think that's like I think it's an 8-hour, the propess is, and then they'll redo it, they'll put gels in, and it's like I think it takes about 48 hours, but with me it happened very, very quickly. So what happened, they put I went actually into hospital. I was admitted into hospital at, I think at 5:30. I actually went in there. They induced me approximately around 7:30, and what they did, literally, it's just a tampon. You can have gas and air if you want to. This is what they said to me, as it is quite uncomfortable. This is what they said, but to be fair, I didn't feel it being uncomfortable at all. All it is, it's like a tampon, and they put it behind your cervix and they leave it there until you can start having contractions or your labour starts progressing. So it was about a couple of hours after, I'd say about 9:30, I was getting twinges, and I thought, oh god, this feels a bit like Braxton Hicks, just tightenings. And then I think it was every few hours they'd come and monitor me, and they'd see the tightenings. And I thought, this time, because I was induced last time, I need to make sure I've got pain relief, because when you are induced, the pain is a lot stronger. I think that's due to your body not going through it slowly, your body not knowing you're going to give birth in a few hours. So yeah, so I made sure, as I was so worried, so scared, so I thought, no, this time I'm going to make sure I have pain relief, and I'm actually, yeah, so this time I thought to myself, no, I'm actually going to have pain relief, and I'm going to speak up because I never speak up. So it got to, I think it was about 10 o'clock at night, I started getting a little bit of pain, and I thought, oh no, that's fine, I'll get out, I'll go for a walk, I'll see what happens, because I knew 12:30, midnight, they were going to come round and monitor me again. So I thought, oh right, okay, I'll wait till 12:30 until the health support worker or the midwife comes round and I can ask them for a bit of pain relief. So it got to 12:30 and these pains were getting stronger. I said, please can I have some pain relief, because these pains are getting stronger. Absolutely fine. So they said to me, there's paracetamol. Paracetamol just did not touch these contraction pains. So she goes, if you need anything else, just let me know. So afterwards she come back again and she goes, how you doing? I was like, yeah, not too bad, but these pains are getting a lot worse. She goes, really, would you like to go for a wee? And I was like, no, I can't get out of bed. These pains are getting real bad. So she gave me some oral morph. Again, I thought, oral morph, that should really, really work. Again, these pains were getting stronger and a lot quicker. And it got to 1 o'clock and she goes, right, I'm happy with them monitor readings. I'll come back, I think it was in another few hours. I thought, my goodness, I can't go on like this. I said, excuse me, what about an epidural? Because these pains are getting a lot worse. And she said, well, if you want an epidural, I'm going to have to check how far gone you are, because you only can go down to labour ward, I think, if you're 3 or 4 centimetres. I can't remember what she actually said. So I was like, right, okay, that's fine. Please check where I am. And she done the check, and she goes, oh, when I do that, would you like gas and air? I was like, oh, definitely, yes, please, I'll have some of that. So I had my gas and air. She checked me and she goes, oh, you're actually 3 to 4 centimetres. You can actually go down to labour ward now. So I was like, right, okay then. And she goes, I'll check, make sure you can get your epidural or anything like that. So please, 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 if you want an epidural, have an epidural, because with this, it happened so fast and so quickly. I'm so pleased I said it when I did, else it would have been far too late. So the midwife went off and down to labour ward, and she goes, all right, you'll be going down there in a minute. Luckily she left me with the gas and air as well, so I was taking that, and these contractions were coming a lot faster, quicker, and a lot more painful. And I thought, I'm going to have this baby, and I'm going to have this baby quickly. So then I'd say easily it was 1 o'clock, my waters broke. I thought, oh right, press that buzzer, I need to phone my partner and get him here quick. So I phoned him up, said, quick, get down, my waters are broke, this is happening really fast, you've got to get over to the hospital really quickly. As I said, we're like 40 to 50 minutes away, it's early hours of the morning. So he goes, right, okay. So he went through to the emergency ward, and luckily he did. I pressed the buzzer, the midwife came, I said, my waters are broke, and she goes, oh, let me just check. So she lifted the covers up, noticed my waters had gone, and she goes, right, okay, we'll have to get you down to labour ward. Next minute, I had about 3 midwives around me. First of all, they wanted me to walk down to labour ward, but once my waters had broke, they was like, no, just take her. So I was laying on the bed still, and they just took me on the bed to labour ward. By this point, I wouldn't have been able to walk. No way would I be able to walk. And I was just having so much gas and air, because, like I say, it was so painful. And then I had to move to the other bed on the labour ward, which was quite hard. And the doctor come in and he said, oh, I hear you want an epidural. I was like, oh, yeah, definitely, please. And luckily the midwife on, I heard her say, no, she definitely wants an epidural, please give it. It was her request. The reason is because the doctor didn't really want to give it to me, because I was a lot more further along. I was ready to push. And I was like, no, I need this epidural, I don't want to go through this pain. So I just had to sit there. put my back over, midwife held my legs, in between contractions, the doctor put the epidural in. I was really scared in regards to epidurals. Do they hurt? Do they not hurt? But by this time, I think he put a bit of numbing cream on my back, put the epidural in, and I did not feel a thing. I didn't feel the needle, I didn't feel nothing. So please don't be scared of thinking, if I have an epidural, I'm scared of the needle. Don't be. You don't feel it. They put the cream on. By that point, you don't care. And I tell you what, I've had 2 natural labours without epidurals. This is my first epidural with the my little one, and I 100% recommend an epidural. 100% recommend it. You do not feel any pain. Then the contraction pain just goes. You do feel the urge to push, and when you have the baby, you do feel that sensation. You can feel the baby come out, but I 100% really recommend having that epidural. That epidural took about 5 to 10 minutes to get into my body and work, and after that I didn't need no gas and air. That was it. It was just, that pain relief was just plenty, and within half an hour I had my little baby Savannah, and we called her Savannah Snow, which I think is quite cute. We was differing with some other names and everything, but we didn't tell anybody the name because, as you all probably know, being pregnant yourself, everybody has their opinions. Everybody has to say, oh, I prefer this name, I prefer that name. So this time we kept it so quiet and didn't let anybody interfere, which I think was the better way this time. And when we announced it, everybody loved the name. So that's really good. So, but definitely have the epidural. Another thing is, what I noticed here in the UK, if you have reduced movements twice after 40 weeks or when you're 40 weeks, I think they just go to induce you. I'm not too sure, but that's what happened with me. So if you do have reduced movements and you are worried, please go to the hospital and get checked, because it's definitely wise, because you don't know what's happening. You don't know if the baby's in distress, so you want to have that baby out, so just get it done. Luckily, when they done the propess with me, sorry about that, when they done the propess with me, they wanted to induce me that night, which I was really happy about that day. So I couldn't go home, I couldn't get scared, I couldn't go on Google, I couldn't ask questions, I couldn't go on YouTube, I couldn't do anything. So I'm really pleased about that, because I know I would have been just stressing myself out so much, thinking, oh God, what am I going to go for? But if they want to induce you, go for it. But please make sure, try and get the epidural. It helps so much. Don't worry about the needle. The needle don't work. And ask for pain relief, because I made that option. I'd done that wrong last time with Hunter, my second child. I didn't ask for pain relief. I was too worried. I didn't want them to think, oh, what's wrong with her? She's always asking for this, always asking for that. But definitely ask for pain relief. That's why you're in hospital. That's why you're there, to get that little bit of help. But definitely go for that epidural. You will thank me for it. But yeah, but everything else is okay. I'm going to update another video soon, because I want to do week 1, the changes in the baby, how she's been, and everything like that. Week 2, I had a bit of a disaster. Little one was not well, and we've been in hospital, so this has been absolutely horrendous. So again, I'll update on that one. And yeah, just go, be induced, don't stress about it, just get it done, and make sure that baby's safe. Once you've had the baby, they will put the baby on your chest, they'll clean the baby up, they'll weigh the baby. I did tear in 2 places as well, because I think where you're pushing so much, you're not feeling the pain when you're induced. You can tear that little bit, but then again, you can tear when you have the baby naturally without being induced, because I tore the first time with Lexi. And so after that, they were really nice. They gave me another shot. They left the epidural in, and they gave me another shot of the pain relief, which was the epidural, when they stitched me up. So I tore in 2 places. They stitched me up, which again I didn't feel. I haven't had no pains. I think they're dissolvable stitches as well, so they should go within 6 weeks. But fingers crossed, they've been good so far. The reactions I got from the epidural was, I was a little bit sick. I was sick afterwards, but I don't know if that was due to lack of sleep, because obviously I didn't sleep that night. Your body's gone through so much stress, so much pressure. You've just you've just had a baby, and you leave hospital that day. So I don't know if that is the problem as well, because coming home was just dreadful in the car. I was like, oh my goodness, stop, please stop, I'm going to be sick. So that was my only really reaction I had with the epidural. Other than that, it all went to plan and it was all fine. But you do hear horror stories, about epidurals, but it was fine. You do hear horror stories about it being induced, but again, that was fine. So please do not stress about it. Think about you, think about the baby, and just, if you have no movement and you're worried about being induced, don't be. Please don't be. Just get induced and make sure that baby's okay. Luckily, our little Savannah was absolutely fine. They gave her a check over. They have said they do a few tests. They make sure everything's okay. They do a hip test as well, which they just move their legs around. If they've got clicky hips, they will refer you. Unfortunately, our little Savannah, she has got clicky hips. They wasn't happy with her hip score, so I've got an appointment this week, again at the hospital, to have an ultrasound scan on her little hips, just to see what's wrong, and what I need to do to move on from there. Another thing they do is a hearing test. They put this little thing in their ears. Again, unfortunately, Savannah failed that, so I had to go to the little hub a couple of weeks later to get her hearing checked again, and thankfully she passed it, because that did worry me, because she was not really responding to much noise. But the only thing is, she's used to your household noise in your womb, so any noises you think are going to wake her up, like your children screaming, the dogs barking, she wasn't waking up. And I thought, oh my goodness, she's deaf. We failed the hearing screening on the maternity ward, on the labour ward. What's wrong? But it's not that. She is just used to them noises from hearing them in your womb. So don't stress like I did, because I had the hearing test done again and she passed it. She was absolutely fine and she was signed off. So that was a really, really good thing. But yeah, that's my little experience of being induced, and I'll put some little pictures up of our little baby Savannah, and I will update you on week 1, week 2, how also when we had to take Savannah into hospital because she had this really nasty virus. I'll also might do a video of how I felt when I was pregnant with COVID around week 38, because I really panicked about that, because I was getting really, really bad pains. and I was worried about the baby, but obviously it didn't affect her, thankfully. But yeah, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll post week 1 soon. Please check out the other videos of pregnancy, the baking soda test, and the nub theory test, which was really good, very accurate. And I'll speak to you guys soon, and I'll be posting them pictures of our little baby Savannah. Thanks guys. Please subscribe to my channel, as I'll be hopefully posting some more, but I'm really sorry, my mind, and I've just been so busy with the baby and with her in hospital. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, please check out my other videos as well, and I'll be speaking to you guys soon. Thanks guys, see you later, bye.